Welcome back to part 2 of an older video of me installing the legs onto a backdrop. Make sure to watch, screenshot, and save this video so you can learn how to do it too. A few things that you'll need to attach the legs to the backdrop are going to be 4 utility hinges, 3/4 inch wood screws, a drill, and a tape measure. Since I'm installing these legs on a 3.5 foot backdrop, I will need to make sure that the exterior of the leg is 5 1/4 inch from the edge of the backdrop. I also like to install the hinges 1 inch from the bottom and 1 inch from the top of the leg, and make sure that the bottom of the leg is flush with the bottom of the backdrop board. If you are interested in the type of hinges that I use, you can buy a 12 pack at the link below. One recommendation that I could provide is to make sure that the leg is parallel alongside the board. Also, that when you're installing both sides of the legs, that when they're closed, they should be almost butt up together. Once you're finished installing all 4 hinges, you'll then move on to the gate hook and eye, and you'll need 1 gate hook and eye per leg. The main function for this is just to prevent the legs from swinging open unexpectedly and moving in transit. It also makes this backdrop easy to store as well. The next step of the build is to move on to making the sandbag bracket, and in this case you want it 31.5 inch long by 12 inches long. And the goal for this is to have 3 inches of overhang on each side, and you can use a 3/4 inch piece of scrap to make the rectangular notch. You should also have a 24 inch internal measurement, and once that's completed, you can then move on to cutting the notches in the board. I like to use the circular saw to make the main cuts and the jigsaw to get into the corners. You'll then want to make sure that it does fit perfectly and then give it a quick sanding overall. And just like that, you have a backdrop ready for paint. Make sure to put your questions in the comments, and thanks for watching.